moving forward. It's the people that that have a history and are a danger to society, where it's like, hey, maybe this 19-year-old kid with previous mental health issues shouldn't have a firearm. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah. No, but, I'm with you. I think, something that's actually kind of helpful, I think, because I tend to get a little emotional when it comes to stuff like this, and I think most people do when children die.
Yeah.
But somebody pointed out that, while we're not perfect, this is, I think that's one of the problems. I mean, obviously the immediate problem with, like shooting people is mental health, but
yeah,
one of the problems with stuff like this is that we just have this idea in our head that we're the most progressive people up to this date, so everything should be perfect.
Right.
That's not going to happen, and that's not the case. It doesn't mean you can't work for it, but, give yourselves a break. So what's helped me is realizing that, up to this date, as far as we can tell, historically speaking, is we are the least violent people to have ever lived,
Right.
There are, there's wars going on, but as a whole, it's not like in World War I where, millions of people died in war, I think Operation Enduring Freedom had something like 30,000 casualties or something, and that's like, that's just, well, maybe it was like both operations, but it's not a lot,
Yeah.
So yeah, people die and it sucks and families are affected, but as a whole, we're not doing terribly bad, Yeah. I don't know, man.
It's all scary shit.
Yeah, just don't kill my kids, man.
Right, that's all I'm asking.
Don't kill anyone's kids.
Yeah, don't exactly. I guess on a lighter side of violence, I saw a buddy of mine on Facebook commenting on like roughhousing between like a man and a woman or a couple or what have you.
Yeah.
And talking about before that, talking about roasting like your spouse or whoever you're in a relationship with. I think it's healthy to roast your spouse. I roast my wife all the time. She roasts me back.
Yeah.
It's back and forth. It's even. All right, and I enjoy that shit because it keeps you humble. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you got a big ass. Yeah, your cooking sucks. Fuck. Like it kind of keeps you in your lane. And he brought that up, and then this girl got on and commented and said something about she'll punch her boyfriend. Like that's
why?
Right, that's not the same.
That's not what we're talking about.
Right. We're over here talking about like
healthy, playful.
Right.
Right.
You got a big forehead. You got your mama's nose. Like that kind of shit. And she's like, yeah, sometimes I punch my boyfriend in the throat. He enjoys it though. How? The fuck?
Well, I'm glad you guys found each other then. Because
right.
Don't punch me in the throat.
Right. You take that crazy shit elsewhere. And
I'll throw a cat at your face.
Right.
And I'm just kidding, guys. I would not throw a cat at anyone's face.
I would never assault a cat like that. But it just the fact she brought that up, and she's like, "Yeah, I punched my man." Like that's why is that okay? She's like, and then it got to a point where or she said something to the effect of, "Oh, sorry, I hurt your gentlemanly sensibilities." Like what? How do you get from there? Or to there, from punching your boyfriend or your significant other, like that is not the same as roasting. Roasting is talking shit, playful banter,
right?
Fucking making jokes about the other one, not meaning it. Like your parents were fucking cousins, that kind of shit. Like talking shit, right? And you don't really mean it,
right?
This chick is talking about coming up and just punch your boyfriend because I don't like the way you look, pow. That's no good.
No.
And then to come back with, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know you guys were soft." The fuck? Sorry, Helga. I didn't know that.
Well, it's like
I don't like being punched by anybody.
It's like, oh, I'm soft. Do you want me to punch you back?
Right,
in the throat?
exactly.
Like no, like just
right. How does this relationship work? It's only funny if she punches him, but if he rebuttals, she's like, "Oh, cops!"
Right.
Is that how it works, or is she expected to get lambasted back? Because if that's the case, that's the kind of relationship that a lot of dudes would want to get into. He's like, "Oh, I can finally hit a bitch. I'll hit her."
Well, you want a Rochambeau right now?
Right. I'll tap that for real. What the fuck? Can't do that.
Yeah, I don't like. It's weird when women play like the tough guy role. Like, oh, you're sensitive. Like, no, dude, I just don't want to get punched. Like,
right.
You know.
And then come on. Well, maybe you're just not man enough for me.
All right, yeah.
Right.
There I'm not.
There are plenty of ex-cons out there that you can pick up as soon as they walk back through that fence, baby.
Yeah.
Like, that you don't want a guy that works at Staples. You want a guy that used to run a dogfighting ring.
Right.
Like that kind of shit.
You want to date a bouncer. That's what you want.
Right. And those girls, why can't I just find a nice guy? Probably because you punch.
I saw... like on the same subject, I saw somebody was talking, like a woman friend of mine posted this like Facebook thread that was like, "What's the craziest thing you've done to your man?" or something like that. And some of the things were insane. Like tried to throw hot oil on him, and set his clothes on fire, hit him over the head with a frying pan. Hit him with the broom, like all this crazy shit, keyed his car. And her like caption or response to that was, abuse goes both ways. Like, this is not like, because a lot of them were like, ha ha ha, like, and it's like, this is not funny. Like, this is abuse. Like,
right.
You can't get mad at men for hitting you when you literally talked about throwing hot grease on him, like permanently disfiguring somebody. That's not funny,
right?
It's funny if it's in a joke. That's not real life, but this is real life, and that shit's not funny.
Yeah,
I don't understand. Like, I do not get it.
Yeah, no. I do my best to distance myself from any of the females that like to punch and think that it's cute.
Yeah.
It
was cute when we were like 14. You're like, oh,
because we don't know any better.
We don't know how to interact with each other, and this is just like,
a soft slug in the arm.
I'm 34 years old.
Right, but if this chick wants to like throw her arm clear back to the other shoulder and then swing it around and punch you in the mouth or punch you in the shoulder,
right, then
she's gonna fuck around and catch one back one of these times. Not from me, but from a dude that's willing to give it back. I still very much side with the fact that don't hit a female.
Right.
But that is not to say that if, say, I were in mortal peril, or if my kids' lives were fucking being threatened, or my life, or my wife's life, or any of my family or anybody I cared about, their life was being threatened by a female, there's no way in hell I'm gonna say, well, I can't necessarily hit her or stop her. She's a woman. I gotta let her do what she's gonna do. No, I will take you the fuck out. But
hell yeah.
But if my options are either keep getting hit or walk away from it, I'm gonna walk the fuck away. Probably in a fast manner if she's a quick female. If she's quick, I'm gonna be running away.
Hell yeah.
But I don't know. I can't side with the fucking the hitting because or thinking you can hit somebody because it's cute or you think you're cute or or I'm too good looking or I'm too attractive. Nobody's gonna get pissed at me. Like, fuck that. You can go elsewhere with that bullshit. I've still got buddies that like to. I don't know how many guys out there do this or still do this or have done it or what, but I've still got buddies that if we're in a social setting and you're not paying attention, they'll give you a quick backhand tap to the nuts.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that shit either. I didn't like it when it fucking first started.
I thought that was a bad idea from the start.
Oh yeah. I'll admit when that first started coming around, people started doing that, or my buddies started doing that. It's like, okay, motherfucker, but turnabout's fair play. You know, I'll get you back. But as I've gotten older, it's like, all right, this is a dumb game. Why are we still playing this? Why can't we converse like adults? Why can't we talk?
Yeah.
And I've still got buddies like, open shot, and we'll give you a shot to the pills. It's like, all right, motherfucker. To the pills.
Okay.
It's like, okay, all right, let that happen again, though. I'm punching you in the ear. Like, I'm gonna hit
you. Gonna box their ears?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But if anything, I had a conversation with one of my friends about that too, because he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
I'm a big guy, but he's a little bit bigger than me to the point where to him, I'm like one of his little buddies.
Right.
And everybody knows smaller buddy, like knock him around, pick him up, whatever. Like, little buddy, I can pick you up. That's the male ego at work.
Right.
Like knowing that you can pick up another man and fucking hoist him up or fucking bat him around. It's like, haha, I am big, I am mighty, whatever.
Right.
I understand it. I understand the psychology. I roll with it. But the thing that pisses me off is like, you and I are friends. If I tell you, hey, I don't really enjoy that shit, please don't do that to me anymore.
Right.
And it kind of got an attitude with me. Like I was an asshole for asking him to stop hitting me.
Hitting you in the nuts?
Yeah, or stop hitting me, or slugs to the arm, or any of that shit. It's like, hey, quit fucking hitting me.
Right.
I
Can you not?
Right. I'm an adult person. I pay bills and shit. I pay my taxes. Stop fucking hitting me.
Well, yeah, I don't understand. Like, people always take that stuff personally. I guess, sometimes it catches you off guard because you're like, oh, I've been
doing this the
hitting
whole
you
time.
in the pills for years, and you're like, all right, dude, like, I just thought you would grow out of it.
Right.
I wouldn't have to have this conversation. But,
right. And it's not one of those things like I waited till all of our friends were around and I go, hey, motherfucker, you piece of shit. Right. I took him to the side. I was like, hey, man, listen, I don't really like that shit. Please, could you stop doing that? Like,
Yeah.
I don't like to be roughed around. Fucking, I worked all day just like you did.
Yeah.
And stop fucking knocking me around. And
He called you a pussy?
I kind of got that treatment. Like, all right, pussy, fuck. Like, sorry to mess with your gentlemanly sensibilities. Like, why? I just don't hit me.
Yeah.
Why does that have to make me a pussy?
Just leave the pills out of it, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't be batting me around all night long, and then somebody at the bar has a problem with me, and you're like, hey, the only person that hits my friend is me. What the fuck? Why? Why has that got to be a thing?
Right.
But, I don't know. To each their own. I don't know. And the thing that sucks is that I mentioned that to this friend who will go nameless. I mean, I could probably say their name. He doesn't listen to this fucking thing anyway.
Yeah.
But
an asshole.
Right. Supportive friend, yeah. So, but I brought it, like I said, I brought this up to him, and after that, like, visibly, our friendship kind of changed. It went from calls and texts every other day or every other week or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what are you doing? Nothing, just seeing what you're up to.
Yeah.
To him continuing to hit me, bat me around, whatever, too many times, and I bring it up like, hey, can you knock that shit off? Like, wow, pussy. And after,
he's like, well, if this isn't the friendship you want, you should have just told me from the beginning.
Right.
Because I don't be friends.
How was I supposed to know you didn't want me to hit you in the dick? But
I'm not friends with anybody who doesn't let me hit him in the dick.
right. Whoa, deal breaker. But that's the upsetting part. Is
for sure.
Is not the hitting. Like, I could get over that, especially if I'm like, hey, stop hitting me. He's like, all right, my bad. Like, hey, no harm, no foul.
Right.
Fucking, We were once dumb kids. Now we're dumb adults.